Declaring emergency across Sri Lanka, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe orders security forces to arrest rioters. Presidential campaign gains momentum as poll panel dispatches election-related material across the country. Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman joins initiative to upgrade border villages in northern India. As COVID-19 cases spike in state, Manipur shuts down schools. And Chess Olympiad torch relay reaches Mizoram, Arunachal. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Sukanya Bharadwaj bringing to you the stories in detail. Declaring a state of emergency across Sri Lanka and a curfew in the western province with immediate effect, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has ordered security forces to arrest those acting in a riotous manner. Police used tear gas shells to disperse a group of protesters demonstrating near the Prime Minister's office in Flower Road in Colombo early on this morning. The protesters were calling for the resignation of the Prime Minister alongside that of the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Rajapaksa has said he will announce his resignation today but left for the Maldives under tight security early this morning. Wickremesinghe, however, is yet to respond to the demands of the citizens of the island nation. Various Sri Lankan media outlets have reported that Maldives and Sri Lankan expatriates are protesting near the Maldives presidential house, urging the authorities to send the Sri Lankan president out of Maldives. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called on President Ram Nath Kovind at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Kovind's term is ending on 24th of this month. While the President visited his ancestral village Parok in Uttar Pradesh last month, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the Smart Library in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Bhavan and visited the community centre built on land donated by President Kovind. The President has donated all his inheritance, including his 400 square yard house and 2.5 bigha of land. The community centre helps women trained in job-oriented courses such as weaving, stitching, embroidery and allied courses. As the Election Commission of India has started dispatching election-related materials to several destinations across the country, the process for the election of the 16th President of India, scheduled for July 18, has gained momentum. On Wednesday, ballot box and other poll materials were dispatched to Arunachal Pradesh's capital, Itanagar. The poll materials reached Dibrugarh Mohanbari Airport from Delhi at noon under the supervision of Tadar Meena, the Additional Secretary of Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, and other officials. From Dibrugarh, the officials left with the election materials for Itanagar by road with full security. Ballot papers for the presidential elections will be stored and sealed in rooms monitored by video cameras. Meanwhile, ballot box and other presidential election-related materials have reached the designated places of Sikkim and Nagaland. Union Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas and Labour and Employment, Rameshwar Teli, on Tuesday said Meghalaya needs to improve implementation of central schemes. Joining a review meeting with around 18 departments, Teli said he reviewed schemes like PMGSY, PMAY and others. The minister felt that more work needs to be done in regard to implementation of the projects. On the Ujjwala scheme, Teli said that while the coverage percentage stands at 80 to 90% in the rest of the nation, it stands at just 60% in Meghalaya. Directing Deputy Commissioners to ensure that more women get LPG connections and ration improves, the minister said he reviewed the status and progress of the party in the state in view of the 2023 Assembly polls.
नई नई जगह में तेल और गैस की खोज कर रही है। नई नई जगह हम लोग जा रहे हैं। नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी हम लोग चाहते हैं कि मेघालय में भी हम लोग गैस और तेल का खोज के लिए इस तरह से काम करने के लिए अपना मंत्रालय से हम लोग सिद्धांत लिए हैं।
The northeastern region has witnessed more than 85% growth in the export of agricultural products in the last 6 years. The Commerce and Industry Ministry said the exports have reached over $17 million in 2021-22 from $2.52 million in 2016-17. The major destinations of export has been Bangladesh, Bhutan and the Middle East, the United Kingdom and Europe. The ministry said there has been a significant increase in the export of agricultural produce from northeastern states like Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Meghalaya. In the last 3 years, Agricultural and Processed Food Products Development Authority has organized 136 capacity building programs on export awareness across different parts of Northeast. Launching the P.A. Sangma Fellowship Program today, the Meghalaya government along with the National Law School of India University NLSIU, Bengaluru, said the fellowship is for graduates of NLSIU. Contending that he was privileged to launch the program along with the Law Minister James P.K. Sangma, the Chief Minister said this fellowship program will create an opportunity for young and bright individuals who work as research fellows to assist state government departments. The assistance will cover various policy initiatives and legal reforms. As Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced in Parliament, Nodal Officer for Vibrant Villages of Mizoram and NEC Advisor R. Lal Rodiringi has a meeting with the Village Council Presidents of selected 14 border villages in the state. The meeting is held for the uplift of border villages in the northern India. Asserting that the Vibrant Villages program is an initiative of the centre to look into problems faced by the people residing in those areas, Lal Rodingi said they are assigned to go to these areas and stay at least overnight. Reports and suggestions gathered would be reported to the Niti Aayog. The village council presidents apprised the nodal officer of the status of education, health, connectivity and power of these respective villages. The Manipur government has closed all schools in the state till July 24th in the wake of spike in COVID-19 cases. An order issued by the State Education Department said the situation in the state has been worsening with the increase in COVID-19 positive cases and positivity ratio has crossed 15% now. Children below 12 years of age are, however, yet to be vaccinated and their vulnerability to get infected by COVID-19 is possible. Meanwhile, 59 people have been tested positive for COVID-19 during the last 24 hours in Manipur. The case was detected among 379 samples tested for the virus and positive rate is 15.6%, with the total number of standing at 216 in the state. State-level seminar on development of Nagaland State Curriculum Framework organized by the State Council of Education Research and Training was held today at the Capital Convention Centre, Kohima. Chief Secretary Nagaland J. Alam, in his inaugural address, said that the introduction of the National Education Policy 2020 has brought everyone associated with school education together. The NEP is going to play a significant role in the socio-economic development of the country and will strengthen and improve the quality of living of citizens towards a brighter future. Chief Secretary Alam said the National Curriculum Framework is a plan made by the government of a state or a country for students' better education and to fulfill the requirements of students and the nation. The Chief Secretary also congratulated various teachers who have completed the task of developing the 25 position papers for the development of the State Curriculum Framework.
Policy was in 1986, and after the policy of 1986, the program of action to implement that policy came in 1992. So, after announcement of the policy.
As the Chess Olympiad torch relay reached Mizoram on Tuesday, the relay was received by the Sports Minister Robert Romoya Roite. Scheduled to visit 75 Indian cities, the torch relay that got underway on June 19th will continue till July 28th as part of the 44th Chess Olympiad to be held in Chennai. Expressing his excitement that Mizoram could be part of the international sports activity, Minister Romaya said chess is an intellectual sport. The game requires players who abstain from substance abuse, he added, and the function started after the Grandmaster Mitrava Guha handed the Olympiad torch to the chief guest. Grandmaster Mitrava Guha clean bowled 12 players from Arunachal school in 14 minutes here today. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu tweeted, "The initiative taken by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to start Chess Olympiad torch relay has evoked interest among the children. It comes a full circle. A chess returns to its place of origin, that is India." India thrashed England by 10 wickets in the opening one-day international of the three-match cricket series at Kennington Oval in London last night. Put into bat first, the hosts were bundled out for 110 in 25.2 overs. Skipper Joe Butler scored the highest 30 runs. For Indian team, Jasprit Bumrah took 6 wickets and Mohammad Shami 3 wickets. In reply, India chased down 111-run target in 18.4 overs without losing any wicket, riding on skipper Rohit Sharma's unbeaten 76 of 58 balls and Shikhar Dhawan's 31 not-out runs. The second ODI match will be played tomorrow at Lord's, while the final match is scheduled on Sunday at Old Trafford in Manchester. Rohit Sharma-led Indian team has already won the three-match T20 series against England by 2-1. To end the news, the main points once again. Declaring emergency across Sri Lanka, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe ordered security forces to arrest rioters. Presidential campaign gains momentum as poll panel dispatches election-related material across the country. Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman joins initiative to upgrade border villages in northern India. As COVID-19 cases spike in state, Manipur shuts down schools. And Chess Olympiad torch relay reaches Mizoram and Arunachal. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.